Hi, welcome to this video. This is part number 3 of my Hackintosh Monster Build series. So in the previous episodes we've seen the modification of the case, this particular case right over there. Also we've seen before that the disassemble of the case, with that meaning, you know, taking off all the plastic and, you know, tearing it apart as much as possible to get down to the metal shell, so to speak. In this part we're actually going to take a closer look on the part that is going into this monster Hackintosh. Well, take a look is maybe not the right word. We're actually going to put in some stuff in the case. We're going to build a computer here. So you have to excuse me if I haven't really made a close-up on every individual part. There's actually not going to be very much of a showcase of the parts themselves, and also all the parts that is in this computer right now is not shown in the video. With that meaning, I think there's missing some hard drives. I think there's missing some memory, if I remember it correctly. I think the video features 16 gigs only, and the build is going to be total 32 gigs. So let's go ahead and, you know, just roll the video, I guess. Get the show on the road, shall we? This is what it looks like. You've seen it before, and I've already installed the PSU. So because I would like, so I could be able to modify the shelf a little bit and all that kind of stuff. Also, I already inserted the water cooling for the CPU because it needed some, you know, making the holes and all that kind of shit going on. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is to replace this fan over here. Replace it with a high quality fan that is suitable for today's standard. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if you can actually get the fan out of this kind of like bracket or holder or whatever it's called without taking this one away here. I'm not really sure I actually can do that. What the hell? Let me just go ahead and take it all away. What we're gonna go ahead and do now is to install the motherboard. This is the motherboard I've chosen. This is supposed to be fully, you know, compatible with Hackintosh and all that kind of stuff. Most of the Z170 motherboards actually is very popular when it comes to Hackintoshes, and we're gonna go ahead and take a closer look on what's in the package here. just right now. So this is what it's looking like. There's some more stuff here, but oh yeah, this is what it looks like. Oh, you got the CPU holder right there. Got the for the DDR4. We got some audio device, audio right there, USB 3.0, RJ45. We got no, this is USB 2.0. This is the 3.0 right there. We got some HDMI, some mini port right there. We got this is for the graphics. Also, that's for the graphics. I'm not going to use that one. And we got the old school PS2 connections right there for mouse or keyboard. Also, we got the PCIe right here for the graphics card, and also we got some more ports and all that kind of shit going on. So yeah, and of course we got for the power right there. Also we got some for connect the SATA for connecting the hard drive and all that kind of shit. This is for some more USB right there. So yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like. I wonder what more is in the package here. Oh wow, got some hard drive cables. I think I bought a few of these. I don't know the length of these ones, but I think they are pretty short actually, so yeah. So I wonder where's the I/O shield and all that kind of stuff. Oh, here we got some stuff. Paperwork, instructions, manual, with a CD, which I'm probably not going to be using. Got some, well, got a little screw over there, and I don't know what that's for. Oh yeah, I think that's for the M2 extension, I believe. I/O shield, which should fit just perfect on the back of my Power Mac G4. So yeah, that's what it is. Let's go ahead and put in the motherboard in the computer. Only problem now that I got is actually, I know since before that there is no support under here from this part and out, so it's kind of like a little bit wobbly here. What I could do is put in a little bit of foam or something underneath here. I think I could do that, but I'm not really sure if it's really necessary. Not really sure about that. So this is what it's looking like with the motherboard in its place. And this is what it's looking like on this side. So clearly you can see it's looking good. I don't see any problems here. So that's a good thing, I believe. And also, now once I've got the water cooling here, you can see that this one is barely, you know, it's kind of like a little bit tight, but it's perfect for the hoses. You can see that it's a little bit stretched out, but you know, I think this will work pretty good anyway. And the graphics card will be right here. So yeah, that's what it is. Now this is the graphics card that I bought. This is the EVGA Geforce GTX 1050 Ti. This is the 4 GB version right there. This is supposed to be a pretty good graphics card, I think, and it's very suitable for these Hackintosh builds. So let's go ahead and open this one up right here. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Got some instructions in there. I don't think I will be needing it. It's been a long time since I made a graphics card unboxing, that's for sure. Wow, this is looking very good right there. It's looking awesome. Got some protective adhesive. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. There we go. This is what it looks like. Yeah, we got a DVI-D, got a HDMI and a mini, what is called mini, I don't remember. I'm not really good at this stuff anymore. I used to build computers back in the 90s and early 2000s, but it's been a while actually since I've been dealing with some new stuff. This is supposed to be an awesome graphics card. Yeah. Now let me go ahead and take a little moment here to talk a little bit about this graphics card right here. Now this is you know, kind of like a budget graphics card. It's not the very cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive. My thoughts about before I bought this graphics card is actually I needed, but I wanted two of these DVI outputs, because I was thinking to having two screens actually. But since I got a 29-inch super widescreen ASUS screen, I was thinking, well, what the hell? Do I really need two screens? No, I don't think so. I got a big screen, you know, with a great space, working space and all that kind of shit going on. And the reason why I needed this small type of card is because I don't have very much space in the case actually. The housing, the hoses for the water cooling is actually going to be a problem because they are very short if I have any longer card than this. So, you know, there is not a lot of cards to choose from when it comes to these very short cards actually. So this one 4 gigabytes, and also this one is available in 2 gigabytes, which you can buy, and it's some amount cheaper, of course. I think kind of like 70 American dollars, or perhaps kind of like 50 or 60 euros. But I went ahead and bought this one because I was thinking, I'm building this computer now and it will last for 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6, 7 years. So I wanted something good to start off with. That's the reason why I bought this. So now when you know the reason why I chosen this card, let me go ahead and show you in the case what I'm talking about, why I need a short card. And if you're doing a Hackintosh build like I am doing with a PowerMac G4 case, if you're going with the water cooling the same as I did, I will now show you why you need a short card. So let's go ahead and take a look. So what is the problem here? Let me go ahead and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. This card is very short, and you know, most cards are actually the double size of this one. So this card right here, if I put it in just right here, I'm not going to put it in just yet, but I'm taking this cooling right here. Hopefully, yeah, you can see that the hose for the cooling just go on the side here. If you have a longer card, you can see that this will, you know, it will never, the card will never go under the hoses here. So that's the reason why you need a short card if you're using the same type of water cooling system that I'm using. So in my case, I'm very lucky that you can see that it would never work with a longer card. That's why I needed this one. Okay, so I actually run into some problem. Well, not a problem, but I actually forgotten about the bracket for the, well, the holder for the water cooling pump. So, you know, the part of the cooling system that actually goes on top of the CPU. I've forgotten about the bracket underneath the motherboard. And since the motherboard is mounted on the lid, I can't really get under to get the bracket under there, so I had to take it all apart again. And this bracket actually needs to be a little bit, I need to modify it a little bit. I need to cut off this this part here because I have the plastic thing here. Actually this one is in the way, so yeah, I'm about to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put back the motherboard and I'm going to work from there, so I will be back in a little while. Okay, so we're back here. I had to do it all over again. You know, the bracket under here, it didn't really, under here you can see some screws and stuff, maybe, and the bracket, I needed to kind of like cut it off like this because this plastic right here contains screws like this. So I had to modify it just a little bit. So what I'm about to go ahead and do right now is actually to put on this right here in a just short period of time here. I'm actually going to put back my graphics card. I'm very happy about this graphics card because I think it's awesome. It's awesome, really. So just gonna go ahead and try to put it back in there. I'm sorry if you can't really see what's going on here. That's no problem. Just carefully pop it in there and lock it in place. There we go. Then we're at the Allen key and the Allen screw. Lesson learned about the bracket for the water cooling. There we go. That's looking great. So yeah, that's what it is. Can get a better view of what's going on here. Perhaps a little bit more light. So the problem I thought I was having is actually, you know, all these cables actually is long enough to cover all the motherboard here. However, I would like to have some extensions because I don't like the cables to run just like this. Even though most of the times this lid will be closed, I like to clean it up a little bit later on, so I'm not going to do that just right now. For now the cables have to go just like so. In a close future I will buy some extension cables and try to get it nicely done on the back here and get the cables, you know, sorted out like this or something like that. And also I needed some extensions for the fans, and I got some extensions for the fans as well. So yeah, so I think it's just about time to put in the CPU right here. And the CPU I chosen for this project is the i7 6700K. This is the 4 GHz, and this is one of the very best processors out there actually, especially when it comes to the Hackintoshing stuff. So I already opened this one up, so this is what it looks like. Comes in this little plastic. Wow, holy shit, this seems cool. So what about this stuff here? I never ever deal with this kind of stuff before, so this is all new to me actually. We're looking for an arrow. There is an arrow on the processor that goes to a little dot over here. So it's fairly simple to install these ones. Wow, it just fits there in perfectly. Am I supposed to... I'll place this cover. Well, place this cover while removing processor or returning. Okay, so I'm about to go ahead and remove this now. This cover. Just like so. And now I'm closing this one. Some decent amount of pressure on there. And you, of course, you gotta make sure that the processor it's in where it should be. Yeah, nothing can go wrong there. So there you go. That's the processor. I'm not gonna bother with mounting the water cooling just yet. I'm actually going to put in some memory. I'm also planning for the front panel controller for the on and on switch, but that's a different story actually. So yeah, and this is the memory I've chosen for this project. To start off with, I go with 16 gigs there, right there. In a short period of time, I'm going to add another 16 gigs, so there will be a total of 32 gigs in this computer. And this computer, this Hackintosh, is going to be a beast, I promise you. So let's go ahead and put in the memories here. This shouldn't be any problems, I believe. Crucial Ballisticx. Let's see if we can get these modules out of here. This is looking awesome. And this is the 2400 megahertz. So there will be actually 4 of these, but I will start off with 2 of them. And the hard drive I've chosen for this project is actually a 240 gigs SSD. This one will be a startup, kind of like an operating system drive. And also later on there will be 2 3 terabyte hard drives placed right here. I think I go with the Western Digital actually. And the SSD, I'm not sure where I will place it, but maybe on the wall here. Just, you know, temporary. I think I will put it right here. So what I'm about to go ahead and do right now is actually try to get the control, the on and on switch going, and that's a little project for itself. So now I just want to say a few words about when soldering all this together with the front panel, the power button and the power LED, the reset switch. This is not complicated at all. All I did was that I took some cables from an old computer chassis, an old PC case. So you have the small connectors that says power switch and reset switch and HDD, LED, and you know, all that kind of shit going on there. So I just cut them off from the old PC case. All I did is actually I took the specific cable for the specific function, let's say the power button. I took that cable and soldered it on to the switch, directly to the switch on the PowerMac G4 PCB. And I did the same with the reset button, and I did the same with the power LED. I didn't do any other modification on the PCB itself because when soldering these cables directly to the switches, to the buttons themselves, they're actually not going through the circuit. So there's no need for any modification on the circuit. So it couldn't be any more simpler than that. I've seen people struggling with this, finding tutorials how to, you know, bypass the resistors and all that kind of shit going on. You don't need to do that. Just solder the cables directly on the switch and boom, it's worked like a charm. So yeah, I just thought I'd go ahead and tell you that. So there's no problem at all, and if you are good with soldering, I think you should give it a go, because nothing can go wrong really. So I did solder this. I'm sorry about the tape here. I had to put some tape to you know, stabilize the wires, so the wires don't really move and get loose from the soldering points here. I just used the, as you can see here, this is the power switch. So you know, I don't need a circuit here, I just need a power switch. So, and these switches are, you know, kind of like, this is for on and off right there. Also, I'm going to use reset, and also I'm going to use the power LED right there. And I took some cables from an old, can I get a focus here? From an old PC case. Also I took the power cable. Also I took the power cable from an old PC case. So I think this is pretty much it actually. I think it's about time to see if the stuff will fit in here somehow. Not really sure exactly how I will fit this in here, but I will try my very best here. I will figure this out off cam actually. Okay, so it's all in there. It doesn't look awesome, but the cable is facing the right direction, since this one will be placed like this in the case. And fastened it with a screw right there as well. So I'm really hoping this is gonna work now. You know, if the computer doesn't turn on, I know there is something going on in here. But I feel confident, and I really hope this is gonna work. Okay, so I'm actually thinking about, this is the hard drive right here. I'm sorry for the bad camera angle. This is 240 gigs right there. I'm actually thinking about putting some Velcro or something and put it on there to begin with. I'm not really sure, but I'm really thinking that's the great idea actually. The best idea so far. So yeah, I will take out these SATA cables like so. And if I'm putting it in here, I can actually see if I can get it under there and in here, and yes I can. So I think that will be a great idea actually. I'm gonna go ahead and put it just right here, I believe. Maybe a little bit under actually. Right there. Got some Velcro here. So let's go ahead and put this one on there. Now I'm putting this one on here, like so. Taking this one, taking this away. Trying to see now. Trying to get a good camera angle here. I don't know if you can see in there actually or not. Like that. Like so. Oops. No, not there. I think just about right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Awesome. So now I can get the cables. I want this one to stick. I don't think it will come loose actually. It would be not good if it come loose. It's sitting pretty damn good there anyway, so I don't think it will come loose. Now I can get the cables, the wires under here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit off cam. Okay, so this is what it looks like now, like a snake's nest or something like that. I'm gonna clean it up later. I'm just curious about get this machine up and running now, so I can clean it a little bit later actually. I tried to put some wiring away. I put in some of them in this kind of like holder here. Got the power going on here. The cables I'm not using, I wired them up in a kind of like so. Oh yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go. Got the extension here for the case fan. I will buy some more extensions here so I can put the wire on the back here and put it in like so, but this is what I have for now. So yeah, what we're going to do now is put in the what I consider the last thing here before a test drive, this CPU cooler on top of there. So yeah, okay, so I taped this one up before, and I got the parts laying around all over the place. I got the parts for this one right here, and I'm supposed to, the reason why I did this is because if this plastic come loose here, which it usually does, there is actually some paste on here, so I didn't want to ruin that. So anyway, we're gonna check it out. Looking like this. not touch this, but in the same time, at the same time, trying to put on these small brackets here, like so. It could be a little bit difficult, I believe. How the hell am I supposed to do this? Holy shit. Okay, so I got the kind of like the brackets on there. I'm actually ready to place this one now. To be very true here, I'm a little bit nervous about this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. I'm nervous. There we go. Put on these ones. Just a tiny little bit. The same with this one. Just by hand. Put in these ones. Now tighten these ones is a very critical thing, because it has to be equal, you know. The pressure, I'm not really sure about the pressure, how much they should be tightened down actually, but I suppose it should be pretty much. Should be the same pressure on there. I'm not going to bother with yeah, I think I'm pretty good with this actually. I think I should tighten them as much as I can. Yeah, that's it. I think that's good enough. Now I have this power going on here, power lead for the pump, and that one is using a fan power supply outlet here. So I'm hooking it up right there, like so. Looks like a mess here. So yeah, that's what it is. So now I got a hard drive right there. I got a water cooling system going right here. I got everything hooked up. I got the RAM, I got the graphics card, PSU, case fan. I got a fan under here. There's only one thing missing here, and we're going to go into that a little bit later. But I think pretty much I'm good to go now. It seems to be connected everything. I cannot really see I missed anything, so I'm a little bit curious about the power button here, if that is going to work. I really hope so. So yeah. Okay guys, there you go. That's part number 3 of my Hackintosh Monster Build, as I call it. This part was a little bit longer than the previous ones. That's because I didn't want to fast forward as much as I did in the previous episodes, because I think it's more of a showcase to talk a little bit and all that kind of stuff when installing the parts. So that's the reason why this is a little longer episode actually. There will be an episode number 4 as well. I'm not going to talk anything about what it will contain, but there will be a episode number 4 in a very short period of time. Now, if you have any questions about this specific build, I would be very happy if you go ahead and post any comment, you know, kind of like questions or anything like that in the comment box down below here. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will be very happy if you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in that way you will stay updated whenever I'm posting a new video. So that's it for this part, and until next time, take care now. Bye bye then.